Gobbly. Hold on. Oh wait. let me just grab a link. Notify Discord, and then I'll get started. How are you? How are you? Long time no see, I guess. All streams. And off streams, I guess. I'm good, just a little sick. Oh no, get better soon then. What did you come down with? Just a cold? Or did you catch a case of the Rona? Oh, actually this is the wrong drawing, but I've been working on like multiple drawings lately. It's actually inverted. And also it's kind of turning out good. Like the flow, the pose and everything. I'm like, oh, it's looking nice. Yeah, it's like a cold. Well then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I heard that onion juice like just cures you immediately the next day. So maybe you should try drinking some onion juice. Like sweet onion juice, sweetened with honey. Apparently, one of my friends swears on it. She's like, you gotta try onion juice. And I'm like, that sounds a bit much. And she's like, no, I swear, it cured all of my colds. So yeah, how's his breath smell? Her breath is fine. But actually, you know, there's these Korean soy sauce eggs, which is basically eggs marinated in a sweet soy sauce mixture, and there's a lot of like onion in it. And I guess the onion juice would taste similar to it. It's actually pretty good. It's not stinky at all. It's just, you know, like the sweetness of the onion that remains. Hi small y'all. So yeah, I don't know if you tried those. There's like a recipe by I think 1 meal a day or something. It's a pretty easy recipe and it's so good. It's so good. I think it's also called, they titled the video Rice Thief or something. And I didn't understand it at first until I made that recipe. And I'm like, oh, I get why it's called Rice Thief. You don't realize how many bowls of rice you eat when you make those eggs. Because it's just so good. I can eat like multiple bowls of rice, which is pretty good. Because usually I only manage to eat 1 bowl of rice. And I'm still fatter than my cousins back in Vietnam. I'm like, how the fuck are all of you eating like 5 bowls of rice and you're so skinny? Like, what are you guys doing? Meanwhile, I look at a peanut and I'm like, oops, there we go, I've just gained 2 pounds. That's dry as well. Maybe they move around more, who knows? Probably, that's probably the secret. I'm eating a bowl of rice right now. 1 is always my limit. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's like, it's been that way since I was little. You know, my mom would make a rice cooker for the whole household, okay? Like a family of 4. My mom would eat half a bowl of rice. Or maybe like 1 bowl of rice. My little brother would eat 1, and I would barely manage to finish mine, okay? And the rest of the rice went to my dad. I don't understand how he managed to eat so much back in the day. He still eats very healthily. Like he's got those like he's got the metabolism for it. Like he's always been like really, not really skinny, but you know, like lean. Like no fat whatsoever, just muscle. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, sometimes I do like 10 push-ups. I'm like, that's it? He's like, yeah. No, I mean, but he does work a lot, so he has to like carry so much stuff when he's in his flower shop. So it's not like he's not moving around at all. It's just I'm just so surprised how much food can go into this man. I laid out most of the colors, so should be able to just clean up everything nicely, and it should be okay. I think I kind of figured out a workflow, but I haven't mastered it. I don't have enough technical skill to make things look like really pretty. My mom always calls me asking if I've eaten rice yet. It's like the only carb ever, but maybe it's what's kept me somewhat lean over these years. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you eat rice, you know, you can't really... I don't think people who eat rice eat like a lot of unhealthy stuff along with it, right? Like whenever you have a meal with rice, it's usually a bit healthier. I think that's why. Like if you're eating rice and you're just having like a family bucket of KFC on the side, well then I guess you'd still get fat. But that's not usually stuff that you eat with rice, right? So... Or is it? Yeah, it fills you up before you can even touch other side dishes. Dude, do you know how my parents fed me? When I was small? I never even got to the rice. That's the reason why I only managed to eat one bowl of rice. It's because, you know, like all of those side dishes, my mom and my dad would always like put more food in my bowl. So before I could finish before I swallowed my piece of beef or vegetable, whatever, they would put the next thing until the side dishes were gone. But at that point, I would be so full already. I wouldn't be able to finish my bowl of rice. But my parents told me like, this is like you still haven't finished your bowl of rice. You gotta eat that. Yeah, finish your rice at least. I'm like, Mom, Dad, you just filled me up like a pig. There's no way I can finish this rice. And they're like, no, you gotta finish it. But you know what helps? I don't know if other Southeast Asian countries do that too, but you know, in Vietnam, usually when you cook the vegetables, you keep the vegetable water. It's basically like a soup. So we keep that on the table, and in the end, right? Once everything's gone, we take the soup and we just pour it into the rice. So you drink the last bits of rice. It's so simple, it's so good. It's just vegetable water with a little bit of salt and fish sauce. Pour it over rice and then you finish it up. It's really good. I had the opposite. With every side dish I was given more rice. I couldn't take it anymore and served my own rice after that. Yeah, at some point you'll make it your own. That's so funny. At some point you'll be like, I don't know. Whoever sits next to the rice cooker is usually the one handing out the rice. Or your parents make you do it. You know, like, that's your duty now. What kind of like household chores do you have to do? And if you have siblings, do you guys like negotiate? You know, like my little brother would come up to me and he's like, hey, I don't want to do the laundry. Instead, I'll do the dishes for you. Or he would hate, you know, like putting the dishes back from the dishwasher, you know. He'd be like, I'll put the dishes in, you sort them out, and in turn I will fold the laundry and you can hang the laundry. We'd negotiate like that because I hated folding the laundry and he hated hanging the laundry. I hated folding it because it took longer to fold, and he hated hanging the laundry because it was wet. So we'd switch some duties, which is, I guess it's pretty normal to do that. I guess that's where people learn their negotiating skills. It starts at home with your siblings. Honestly, I'm like, not having a sibling only brings... There's more like disadvantages to not having a sibling, right? No? Yeah. With the commission money, with the money of the commissions that I did last time, I splurged a bit and I bought myself one of those, I don't know, a costume. I don't know. I just bought myself a cape and a blazer. And it's really fancy. It's really fancy. It's like the most useless purchase that I've made in recent years, but it's also one of the best purchases I've made. And the cape is amazing. It's much longer than the pictures indicated though. I think in the pictures it went to the model's it went above the knee of the model, and the model was pretty small. She was like really petite looking, so I'm like, okay, that's nice. And then when I got it, it's a full-on robe. It goes all the way down to my ankles. I'm like, holy shit. But I feel like one of those, you know, like villainesses. Like I feel like the Duke or Marquis or Marquess, however you pronounce it. Unintentional Voldemort cosplay. No, it's really fancy. Really, it looks really. When I wear it, I look like one of the girl bosses in villainous manga. Okay, I'm like, damn, I could have a dukedom. I'll go to a party. I'll seduce all of the ladies. No, the thing is, why do I call this a useless purchase? It's a useless purchase because I have no occasion to wear it. So I'll just wear it at home by myself, running around in a full-on cape. It's a layered cape too. It's like it's got like, hold on, let me draw it, right? So I didn't buy the skirt because it's like a Lolita skirt and I'm not too into it because they're like too poofy, right? So I just bought the top part and I'll just, you know, like dress it with some pants or shorts or a skirt, right? So basically there's like a blazer, and then you've got the coat, which is like the coat is amazing, by the way. It's it's not a coat, it's a cape, right? It's got shoulder pad and everything, so it's really wide. And then you've got like tassels and stuff, and then you've got like a smaller cloak on top of it too. It even has like holds for arms. I'm not 100% sure how to wear it, to be honest, but it's really nice. So yeah, it's kind of vibe like this, right? So if I had like a pair of dress, like pinstripe pants, that would be perfect. It is really pretty, and the backside also has like an emblem or something. you know, like I can't draw it, but it's really pretty. I hope my neighbors didn't watch me through the window just posing in front of the mirror. I spent like a whole half an hour in front of the mirror just appreciating the cape. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I kind of wish it was shorter, but I think it's just a matter of getting used. Yeah, used to. Maybe I'll wear it on a Halloween party or something. Who knows? Not that I actually go to Halloween parties, but I guess I'll see. Yeah. So yeah, it's a great purchase. The quality is really good. Yeah. Hey, Domingo. Hopefully it's not too late right now, right? It's like 2 a.m. your time. It should be okay. Otherwise it would chase you off. Look, I'm drawing a pretty girl. Honestly, I'm just waiting for Pro Ashish to come and ask me like, why are you drawing a girl and why is it not Makima? I have so much inspiration to draw right now. I just want to like finish really quickly. Maybe I'll use this as for a commission post. But I still need to sort out a few things before I can be like fully ready to start on commissions. Do you want me to leave? No. No, I would have chased you off if it was late for you, you know? Like you should be prioritizing sleep over watching streams, like. Do you not have school? Well, I guess not. Tomorrow's a weekend. So I guess it's okay for you to stay up late. But honestly, I don't think I'm a functioning human being. Right? Because now that I have a stable kind of job, I gotta wake up at like 9 a.m. I'm glad it's remote because I can just roll out of the bed, turn on my PC, and then just join the first meeting. I don't have to commute anywhere. But if I had to, I would just die because my sleep schedule is so fucked up. Like I can't go to sleep before like 3 a.m. So every day I get like 5 hours of sleep. Sometimes it's really bad and I stay up until like 5 a.m. And then I'm like, damn, I get like 4 hours of sleep. I'm watching the best stream on the planet Mars. Yes, welcome to Mars. Has Elon Musk, have we time traveled? Has Elon Musk brought us onto Mars yet? What's going on with Elon Musk, by the way? I think I heard somewhere that they made the API for Twitter like public or something, and the tweets are like categorized in like 4 categories. It's just 4 categories, and you're like, okay, what are the categories? And it's like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is one category, and you're like, damn. I think he's still trying to do comedy on Twitter. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, his life, like, his entire existence is being a joke. Isn't that a bit too sad? I feel like that's a bit too sad, no? Also, I don't know what he's doing. I hate that he kind of sounds intelligent, but what he says usually doesn't make sense. You know, like when he talks about actual like IT and stuff, it's because the way he talks, people who have no idea how IT works like they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, yeah, he's very intelligent. But then people who are like in IT, they're like, what the fuck are you, that is not how it works, you can't just do that, right? Like, I don't know, the way he just like fired all of his senior programmers and stuff, and he's like, oh, we gotta rewrite the code stack. I'm like, dude, do you know how big Twitter is? What? What do you mean you gotta rewrite it? Yeah. People using big words to sound smart amaze me, and so many of them do it. It's crazy because, you know, like in German especially, sometimes people throw around terms, you know, and then they just throw them around, and you're like, hey, can you like talk in normal language and not in, you know, like in cryptic language? Like, we don't need to make up a whole new language to communicate, you know? And then maybe I'm just stupid and everyone gets it, but I hate it when people use too many, you know, like, I don't know, like terms, specific terms. Because imagine you got a trainee or someone, right? And then or someone new joins the company, and then you throw all of these like words around, and Germans also use English words differently than like in English country. So sometimes the words that I used differently, okay? From American or like English speaking regions. For example, I don't know, they had like this one word, they used it for you know, like cleaning. I guess it's not, I haven't heard it anywhere else, but I was so confused when I looked on the calendar and there was a meeting which was called grooming. I'm like, what the fuck are we grooming? It's just task grooming, you know, but maybe I've just watched too much true crime and stuff. I've been too much on the internet. I'm like, grooming? Yeah, and then they'd say stuff like, oh yeah, we'll do the grooming later. I'm like, what are we grooming? Yeah, for example, sometimes, you know, like mock-ups I had this one thing with like my Americans with a studio in America that I worked for. My art lead would ask me to do a mock-up, right? And for me, a mock-up was just basic, like a rough layout, like mocking up a layout really like quick and dirty, just to get a rough idea of what things could look like what direction the things could go in. But for them, a mock-up was supposed to be something like a fake screenshot, like a final thing, very polished and everything. I was like, oh yeah, this is supposed to mock up the entirety of the gameplay scene. And then I would get feedback like, oh, why have you not added this or that or this or that? And I'm like, hold on, this is like, yeah, I'm aware that that's still missing, but this is a mock-up. And then we had to define all of these terms, right? So imagine you have like 20 of these terms, and someone new joins and everyone's like just using these terms, and everyone's like, hold on, what does this mean? What does this mean? It's just so stupid. Oh yeah. He's an excellent engineer and scientist. He should stick with that. Plus, the whole Twitter scandal was a big fail. Is he an engineer though? It's basically a prototype. They did you dirty. No. I wasn't supposed to do the whole prototype. I was supposed to basically draw a fake screenshot of what the gameplay scene should look like, you know? It's like with all of the elements, like all of the UI, all of the enemy, and like the the heads-up display, you know, like health bars on enemy, some attack anticipation, like some VFX, etc., etc. Right? Like you just took a screenshot. And in Germany, we called it like fake screenshot, just straight up fake screenshot. And mockups were stuff like, you know those. It's like you've got a photo of a tablet or a phone, right? And then you would take your screen, your drawing, and you would, or let's say your phone design, and you would draw it on top of the phone like this. I don't know, let's make it stripes, right? And we would call this a mock-up. It wouldn't have to be perfect, right? And we were like, yeah, this is a mock-up, like a product mock-up or something. So it was very interesting. So I usually like to explain things in a way that everyone can understand. And maybe it's because I'm not very good with words. That's why I don't like, you know, like throwing around words that I don't even understand. Because it happens so often that I use a word, I think I use it right, and then it turns out like, oh, this is a completely different meaning. Because in one context it meant something else. Or something. I don't know. That's a whole lot for mock-up. Yeah. But I mean, we did make like differences, right? So if my director needed something like simple, well, with simple but more rough, then he would ask for a concept. And if he wanted more like polish or more final looking stuff, he would ask for a mock-up. And then we'd be... Yeah, it was pretty clear later on. But that's just like... We only had a hand full of, you know, like terms. But in this German studio, like, I don't know what it is with Germans loving words, but they have so many of them. Just like the decal alone, right? There's this thing in Unity that you can use. It's basically like projected. It's like stickers, right? And the official term is basically like decals. But then the artists use decals in a different fashion too, as in, you know, like decoration or something. And then we all get confused, like, what decal do you mean? This is, you know, this is why drawing is the best. It's solo. I don't need friends to draw with. Oh, but I did see something very interesting today, I believe. So on Webtoon, right? There's this webtoon called Lady Mint, little Lady Mint, I believe. And the art is really pretty. And then the author kind of like showed how the progress is, how they do stuff. So the artist actually draws like the line art. So they do the line art, then they hand it off to... Oh no, hold on. They do it first. They ask for a background. So they ask for a background from the background artist. And once that background has been provided, the main artist basically does a sketch, does the line art, and hands the lines over to an assistant who does the color blocking, who does the base colors. And then someone else does a first pass of shadows. And then it gets back to the final artist, or the main artist, and they do like the effects, clean up the shadows, and yeah, that's very interesting. Like, oh, so that's how teams work. And I guess, yeah, if I had an assistant, I would make them do the color blocking too. I don't know about the shadows because I feel like the artists did so many changes to the shadows that at that point they might have as well done it like by themselves. But yeah. Background first, that's so interesting. I know, right? They basically, like, they have like a few prompts where they're like, they're asking for a forest background, it's snowy, it's a low angle, doesn't matter what it is, it just has to be pretty, you know. And then they just hand the background artist a few like keywords, and they got back a pretty like background. It was a bit blurry, but that's what it, I mean, it's a webtoon, it's the background, it's not supposed to be like in focus. And I'm like, that's crazy. How do you even how can you take a background? And it wasn't like a 3D background. It was like very abstract too. It was just like a few trees like this, and they had like snow on them, right? And I think it was really blurry too. And then they drew like they drew the characters on top of it and stuff. And at that point they only had like some verticals of the trees as reference. And I think they basically drew a scene where the character was, you know, like holding onto another character like this. It's a lot prettier, of course. But yeah, I guess as long as you have like the verticals, you know, like the perspective, and you know where the horizon line is, I think that's usually enough to draw characters in. Yeah. But I've never done that either. Oh, well, actually, no, that's a lie. I have drawn backgrounds first and then characters. But yeah, I don't know how you approach it. Do you think about the characters first, or do you think about the background first? Because I tend to think about the character's pose first, and then I set dress everything around them. Usually. Or I think about a flow. You know, for example, with this yin drawing. Yin. For this one, I thought about these flowers first. I was like, oh yeah, let's... Huh? I was like, yeah, there should be this curve. All of these flowers are falling like this curve, kind of like in the ending. And I wanted yin to be like reflected in the water. And then I think about poses like this, you know, like one big stroke, and then like a countdown movement of some sort. Right, this goes this way, this goes this way. I like to think in curves. I don't know if that's weird. And then this basically balances, and everything basically goes to this center point. This is the heaviest point. So I don't know how you can just draw the background and then be like, yeah, let's add the character in. Yeah, we can put them here. Your compositions are always so nice. It's cool to see how well they're thought out. Oh, thank you. I feel like I still have so much more to learn, because I feel like my compositions, they do turn out decently. I think I'm pretty good with flow, but then I'm not very good with depth. So they always feel so flat. Like my finished pieces always feel a bit flat, I think. right? If we look at Redum's art, it, no matter how simple the composition is, it always feels like there's so much depth. And I don't know, I can't figure it out. I feel like there's like so many levels of visual hierarchy that I don't know how to combine yet. You know, like making things more abstract in the distance and stuff. So I'll be studying Redum's art a lot. If you don't know who I'm talking about, hold on. Let me pull up this teacher, this master, Twitter. I have to agree on that. I love seeing how people think about that composition. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. And Yeji too, like their compositions are so crazy. It's I don't know. Hold on, let me just show you. Redum. This person, I'm sure you know, like they have 400k followers. This alone, I don't, what the fuck, it looks so good. It's such a simple pose, but it's like there's so much depth to it. You've got the warm, the cool lighting, and from the top, you've got the warm lighting from the front, and then you have some lighting from the bottom too, and right, me too. I'm in love with them, and they also make colors pop so well, like this one too. And I think it kind of has to do with the abstractions that they do. Not only do they... I'm sorry, I love analyzing other people's work. Like, I think this is a photo or something that they, like, posterized or something. But you see, like... This is in the foreground. So this has the highest range of values, right? It goes from, like, total white to complete black, right? It's very... This isn't even that contrasty. But these, you know, like this is very high in contrast. These colors are very far apart. And then over here, you don't go all the way to black anymore, right? But it's still so much contrast. And this is so confusing, you know, like this is so much more gray than over here. And then it looks like they use so many gray colors. Like look at this. All of this is so desaturated. But it's like cool and warm. And then the highlights are really, really saturated. And that's why there's so much contrast. But they can also... Look at this. What is this? A dove? It only has like 2... Well, it has like 3 values, right? It's like bright, like light, shadow, and like slightly in between. Like Redum can express shapes, like whole objects, and just like a few values. And I think the how do you say it? The levels of abstractness? I don't know. Give a feel of depth, right? Because you've got so many values, like 1, 2, 3, and I think that's like more because of the gradient, right? And then there's a rim light too, so 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. Like the snow globe too, there's like so many details over here. But then anything else which is unimportant only has like 1, 2, 3 values. Or less, right? This only has 2, basically. And I don't think I can simplify things like that just yet. I think I gotta learn how to be really minimal and efficient. They're so efficient with their stuff. I think there's better examples though. Hold on, let me find one. I mean, they're so good. I think this one's good. I think this one's a good one. Hold on. Can I make this bigger? Like, first of all, there's so much more. There's color contrast, there's brightness contrast over here. There's a different level of detail. And then in the back, Look, they only use flat colors. There's no shading. There's just a little bit of texture. And then these trees in the back, it's just a flat color. A single flat color, but it's the right color. And I'm like, how? I'm so confused. I don't know how they do it. Honestly, looking at it almost makes me cry. That one's beautiful. Yeah, all of Redham's works are beautiful. You should definitely visit that Twitter. Like, it's a joy to just go through. And I think I chose... Well, I chose one of the more boring ones. But not necessarily, you know? Like, even the boring ones have, like, so much flow in them. Like, their poses make... Yeah, their poses make the composition a bit more... dynamic. I like that. They're very masterful, skillful. And then they also keep this roughness in their art that I like. I don't know. It really feels like painted. And it's like one of the best examples of you don't need to make everything look perfect for it to be good. Okay. I think we do need a bit of like color contrast. In Lapis's eyes. Should go like a slight green. I always thought that Lapis Lazuli was a purple color. So I'm surprised that they went for her. Because she's so like sakura colored. It's like all of these pink colors, which is very cute. You know what? I think I should desaturate some of my colors. Because I usually use too much saturation. So I have no way of making things pop because I just make everything so saturated. It's always been an issue with me. I need to make use of desaturated. I need to make more use of grays, okay? Grays are more powerful than you think. The roughness is something I notice a lot in some of my favorite artists. When zoomed in, you can see the imperfections, but altogether the image looks rendered. Yeah, I know, right? It looks so polished. It looks so polished, but I'm like, oh, but it's not. It's not. They've become so efficient. They know exactly what makes the drawing polished and whatnot. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know. I just try to make everything clean. I think the only person, or the only artist that I really that I admire, whose art is like really polished. I know there's a few, but there's what was her name again? Yoneyama Mai, for example. Her art is so clean. It is so clean. I'm like, what? There's basically no hint of roughness in it. And then I think no they draws. I think they became a VTuber. I think they did Alban's birthday illustration one time. I've been following them since Kage Pro days. And they have a mix of both. Sometimes they're like, oh shit. Oops, sometimes they're like really polished. And that's when they do like illustrations properly. And then sometimes when they do like rougher sketches, it's still really polished though, in my eyes. But it's a bit rougher, I guess. I don't know. I feel like people, I think the backgrounds might also be different because people who started drawing in like an anime style and stuff, they usually have this workflow of doing, you know, like sketch, line art, base colors, cell shading, and then like adding highlights, etc, etc. And that's why there's this this temptation to make everything like super clean. Meanwhile, people who have like a fine arts background or something, like higher, is it called higher art education? I don't know. They usually have a different workflow. They think in different terms. I think anime artists think more about like local color, you know, like the color of the hair, the color of the clothes, the color of the eyes, and you like maybe movement and angles. And then people who come from like, who have like fine arts or like more technical skill set, they think about how to connect shadows, right? They think, sometimes you can see that the person thinks more about lighting. So they're like more in quotes lighting based. I think that there were special terms for this, like chiaroscuro or something. So it's very interesting to see. A big part, I think, is also thinking in lines versus shapes. Yes! Yes! Definitely. Like, I'm really bad at thinking in shapes. I'm the type of person, I have to draw lines first. Because shadows are shapes too. You know, and then, I don't know, yeah. It's really difficult. But thinking in shapes helps with plasticity. You know, making things feel more voluminous and more 3D. Hold on, should this part be dark or lighter? Maybe like this. I don't know how to approach the braid, to be honest. I might have already overdone it. Oh, it's saving, okay. I would like to achieve that roughness because especially when I started, I would be so zoomed in, adding details made drawing so tedious. Yeah! Yeah, I have the exact opposite problem. I am usually so zoomed out that my art is really rough and unpolished because I don't zoom in enough and I don't add like this level of fidelity that some drawings need. Maybe that's why I'm better with composition overall, rather than, you know, like rendering and stuff. Right? I don't know how artists add like all of these small details and stuff. And sometimes, like Redom, literally, you can see that they just sometimes do this stuff. You know, like, they just... like this. But it looks good. And like, how the fuck did you make that look good? Because people are like, yeah, you shouldn't be scratchy with your lines. And I'm like, oh bitch, that's the best way for me to do lines. Being scratchy. I can't do these like big and flowy strokes. It just doesn't work for me. So I found a way to make those scratchy lines. Okay, anyway, I was drawing hair. Let's do the headband. There's a level of witchcraft along the way. Yeah, I'm sure. Someone also said they probably sold their soul. And I need Redum to, you know, like give me the direct phone number to that devil, so that I can sell my soul to. Like, I need that alchemy knowledge. You know, like the door of truth in Full Metal Alchemist? I'm sure there's like some artists who have seen that door, and they opened it. They gained the knowledge. And I haven't been chosen. But yeah, I think I watched I watched like a few YouTube videos of someone trying to, you know, like imitate famous artists, you know, like art styles, or draw alongside them. I think I watched a video of him trying to draw along with Ina, like that ink VTuber, I believe. No, not ink, octopus. What is she? A squid? An octopus? I don't know. But she's hololive, I believe. And she's so efficient. She draws really quickly. So yeah, and ever since I watched that video, like I keep getting recommendations of this whole genre of like, I tried to draw like this artist. I'm doing analyzing this artist's art style. I'm like, that's a thing? Okay. I feel like that's too red. It takes away from Lapis's, from her eyes. I need more attention over here. Oop, let me just mask this out. Then I'll probably just add a bit of light to this area. Oop. Edel! I feel like a lot of artists I've been following for a long time went from a very clean, polished style to slowly going way more rough, and it's often really effective and fun looking. Yeah, because it adds a lot of texture. It adds so much texture. And everyone, like, I don't know, people might forget the texture is a part too. Like it's a variable that you can tweak. And I think we've all had this problem once, where we, you know, like we drew the line art and we turned off the sketch layer, and then we realized that the sketch layer looked better than the line art, right? Or that the final product looked worse than the sketch. And sometimes it's because of the shapes that got distorted when you did the line art, right? Or just, you know, the roughness, the texture. I think someone said something else too, but I forgot what it was. So I feel like it's usually the way your sketch conveys shapes, and then the texture. Can I make this more vibrant? Do I need to make this more vibrant? No, I don't think so. I think I can just try to clean this up. I have so many videos like this in my recommendations. I don't know where they came from though. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube kind of started recommending these to me, and I'm like, has there been a boom? Like, I tried to draw like this artist. And you know what? Like, what surprises me the most is how sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes it's really easy to analyze what the artist did and what technique they used, but you can't imitate it. You can't make it look as iconic as that artist because they've mastered it. They know it. I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to copy people, I guess. You can copy their techniques, but you can't make it look as polished because they've already, I don't know, like, yeah, they've polished their technique, I guess. Oh. Just say it because say it ditto. I didn't get the notification. YouTube's lagging and trying to sabotage me. Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, wow, Mitsuna isn't the first one today. Hello, Mitsuna. Mitsuna, Mrs. Late to the party today. Dito brain rot. Yes, definitely. We can also switch if you want. We can go to Hype Boy or something. Because I don't know. I'm late to the new jeans party. I think I fell in love with Minji. Like, oh my god, she's my ideal ideal face for girls. She's so pretty. Honey is really cute. Honey is really cute. Like, oh my god, I want a daughter like her. Oh, she's such a cute girl. Hayden is also really pretty. Yeah. It's okay, I'll be first next time. We'll see, we'll see. I have to go home now, so I'll be back in like 10 minutes. That's so quick. I guess it's a 10-minute drive, not a 10-minute walk. Hold on! If it's just a 10-minute drive, you might as well have, you know, like walk, no? Or can you not walk on the streets? Are you too young to be going home by yourself? But yeah, see you later, Mitsuna. Stay safe. Yeah, apparently people in America are really bad drivers. Even though their streets are so much bigger than Europe. My mom doesn't like us going places alone. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. My mom always made me call a taxi back home when I was out late. Or she would tell me that she'd stay up late and be ready for me be ready to go and drive me. Like pick me up from anywhere. I'm like, no, it's fine, Mom. I'm going home with these people. I'll be doing this. I'll be going this way. Like I report back everything to her because she'd be so worried. Meanwhile, my little brother just goes out, comes back at 3 AM, no questions asked. Yeah. It's because I'm a girl. My mom's sexist. Like, my mom loves me in a different way. Not necessarily a way that I like, but she sure loves me. Kinda, I guess. Or maybe I'm just a trophy child. Maybe she's not worried about me, but about her image. It's like, oh no, I let my daughter go out alone, and then she died, and now I'm a bad mother. Maybe she doesn't want that to happen, and that's why she's so paranoid. I'm kidding. Not even putting trash out at night. Is the trash can far away? Well, I feel like America is a lot more wild than Germany, though. Although there was a rapist on the loose in my neighborhood. And there was a 5-year-old girl who has been killed by a 19-year-old kid, apparently. At the townhouse. In my neighborhood, so... yeah. I don't know. Okay, my art is getting kind of painterly, painterly, but it still feels so rough. My brain is not rotting. My brain is being watered. It is in fact blooming, okay? Also, like, I tried drawing diamond. If you guys chose diamond for today's stream, I would have cried, probably. Like, I've been trying to fix his face for probably like 3 hours now. At this point, I should just redraw him. How do I draw her hair? How do I draw this piece specifically? Where are the shadows? Should I separate? Okay, I'll make this part of back here, and I'll just. I wonder how much my brush use. And the way I have these very soft shit. Like my brushes are always on like 70% opacity or something. I do have a few brushes that have 100% opacity, but I use those mostly for color blocking. And I see that Random uses a lot of, you know, like flat colors. Flat colors, they just, it's so interesting because they draw in, I feel like they draw in the shape of, let's say, a shadow, right, with this pen, and then they just blur it, right? So there's a slope downwards, so they would just but how do they blend it? I'm probably not using Clip Studio. So they would just blend this out. Maybe intensity of color, maybe make it more intense, like 10. Yeah, like this kind of. Wherever there's like, wherever the cloth is supposed to be soft and stuff. I don't know why I abandoned the. I don't know why I abandoned the blur tool. Maybe I thought it was like cheating, but it's actually I should be using it more, especially for cloth. It's really useful for clothes. I should just start being a cheater again. Like how I was in 10th grade. I used so many tools. No, not really, but I did blend a lot more. I think I stopped because I started using Photoshop at some point. And that's where my workflow completely changed, because Photoshop had like shit blending brushes. It's a bit because I'm sure that if I tried blurring that way, it wouldn't look quite as right. I know, right? The thing about blurring is you need to understand hard edges versus soft edges. When is an edge going to be hard? When is it going to be soft? And you also need to understand, for that you need to know how the surface works. So what kind of object are you drawing? Is it like a fold, right? So hold on, let me it's time to teach. I'm kidding. So if you, let's say, you know, like you have folds, right? I'm not sure if I can do this. But if the curvature, right, so you have folds like this, or you can have folds like this, like very soft. If the curvature is, you know, like higher, the shadow is going to be stronger. Okay, so this means harder edge, this means softer edge, and same goes for slopes like this. The edge would be hard, the shadow would be hard over here, and then it would soften out. So you would only blur down here, it would get progressively softer. So if you understand this principle, right? And I think you usually see that on faces. Hold on, let me show you. You can see it on faces. Why do people usually, you know, when they add highlights like this, why do they make it like, you know, why does it fade like this? It's because there's like curvature. The softness of the edge can hint at curvature. Right below the eye is usually, you know, there's this whole shadow from the eye bag, and that's why this part is usually sharp. But then it just fades out because, you know, your face, your cheek is pretty round, it's soft, it's cute. And then sometimes, you know, if there's an... Hold on, where's my pen? If you have like lashes and stuff, those are cast shadows. So they would make this, they would be like harsh edges. And then they would softly fade out over here. Right, so you would probably do something like this. Kind of faded, not too much, it's a bit strong right now, but that's just the brush that I have. You can see it. Hold on. There's this manhwa that does it really well. Contract marriage. Is it on Scylla scans? Hold on. Let me pull it out. I think I've seen it. I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, because it's easy to get something way too soft. Yeah. Oh no, that's probably the wrong chapter though. It should be a bit more romantic looking. Nope, this is Men at War. There's no soft. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is dreamy. I need a close up of her face. Give me like a second. Huh? No. I want it on her face, not on his face. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, this. There we go. I got a panel. Sometimes I use this as a reference. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. It's so interesting, right? There's like a soft curvature on her face, and then basically they did this. They soften out the shadow, and then they basically painted in. You know, well, I don't know if they erased or if they painted it in, but these are the shapes of her lashes. Oh my god, I can't do it as prettily as they do, right? And I guess they do carve in a bit, like they carve the shapes. They do have things fade out this way, but I think it's because they're like under a tree, and those are like shadows for leaves and stuff. So basically, like add a bit of leaves here and there, and then they softly blur out some stuff. Blend, blur, blend, intensity of blur 5. It's so crazy. They do it so well. Like, ugh. Okay, I failed. I failed. But if you zoom out far enough, I might have fooled someone. Yeah, I guess if I zoomed out far enough. Okay, anyways. Continue drawing. Today, what did I do today? I went out and ate some hand-pulled noodles. They were a bit overcharging, to be honest. But I ate some hand-pulled noodles by myself. Then I walked all the way back to my tutu. Ha. Okay, sorry. Sneeze count as it for today. And I went back to the mall and got myself a brown boba bubble tea. That's basically it. I walked like 10,000 steps. I was so socially awkward. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, whenever I see some people, you know, have you ever gone to a restaurant with maybe like your family or something, and then you saw an old man or an old lady eating by themselves, and you were like, oh my god, I feel so sad. You know, it looks so sad when you see someone elderly eating by themselves. But maybe they're just enjoying the meal. Maybe they're just, you know, like out and about, like treating themselves and stuff, right? I sometimes do that. I love going shopping by myself. You know, like visiting cafes and restaurants and stuff. Although I also love doing that with friends because you can, you know, share your food and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is I'm just bad at social interaction, and I hear really, like, my hearing is really bad too. So when I went to get that boba tea, I think there was only the owner and his son or someone there. So I went in, and I think the waiter said something, the barista said something to me, and I couldn't hear right. And I thought like, oh wait, are you guys close? And I was backing out. You know, I think I looked like, you know that meme where there's like these like velociraptors or something? Right? It looked like this, and then there's this guy who's like standing like this. That's how I backed out. I'm like, oh, am I not supposed to be here? Like, are you guys closed? Because for some reason, my whole neighborhood, all of the stores and stuff, they closed up. They closed up at 6 p.m. And I was just like 10 minutes after 6 p.m. It was raining too, so I was just taking a walk around the city, like contemplating whether I should get an ice cream or a boba, right? And then there was this one fabric store that I wanted to enter, and I didn't realize it was closed. So I was pushing against the door like multiple times. I hope the person was cleaning loudly so they didn't hear me, but it was really awkward. And then yeah, anyways, like the boba guy, he told me that it's okay. He made me a boba, and it took a while because I think he had to clean a few, like he had to clean some equipment again, and I was like, oh no, they probably already like cleaned up their stuff. And then I went in and I only got a boba. I should have bought more maybe. Yeah, I already spent a lot of money though. So yeah, on one hand I love going out alone, you know, like buying stuff, eating stuff by myself, trying out new restaurants. But on the other hand, I also dread social human interaction because I'm just really terrible at it. Same, I love a solo day, but occasionally it's solo day out occasionally, but I always become so self-conscious, so I'm anxious all day, but still fun at the end. Yeah, exactly, that's exactly it. I want to be more, you know, like relaxed. I'm always such a wussy person, like kind of hectic. You know, sometimes when you look at girl groups, all of these characters, I say, those are like full-on human beings, okay? But there's like so many different kinds of people, right? If you look at NMIX, for example, Lily, like the main vocalist, right? She's just a happy virus. Then you've got what are their names? You've got Soleil, the visual, like she's supposed to be the pretty face, and she's like the soft, very feminine kind of character. No, she's got a very soft and feminine personality. That's what it looks like, right, on stage. Then I guess who else is there? Oh yeah, and then you have Haewon. Like I think Haewon is my bias. She's so solid. I feel like she's like calmly confident, right? She's so confident that she's just relaxed all the time. I feel like the final form of confidence is someone just being relaxed. You know, like they could care less about how other people see them. There's no need to be rushing, right? Because there's she's in no rush. She just does, and she does it well. I want to be more like that. Like, just let me, you know, like, be cool. Yeah. Maybe I'm anxious. Maybe I'm too self-conscious because I know that I'm fucking goofy. I'm not what I wanted to be. Man, Neru's, I don't know if you guys know Neru, like Vocaloid. The Vocalo P producer. I haven't heard a new song of them in a while, but I still love their World Domination album, and also My Name Is Love Song. But now that I'm older, I actually started looking at the lyrics, and I'm like, oh damn, those hit kind of different now. They always had meaning. It's not like they never had any meaning or something, but now that I'm older, it kind of hits different. But at the same time, it still hits the same, you know, like it's still a banger, it's still a bop. Oh, did you guys listen to the Oshinoko opening by YOASOBI? It's so good. It's so good. I don't know if you've looked at the lyrics and stuff, but what I really like about the song is that it incorporated so many things in the of the story. It's like, I don't know, they perfected the concept. You know, you've got the at first it wasn't what I expected, okay? At first it wasn't what I expected. I thought it would be a lot more melodic. I didn't expect the rap section, you know? Oh, I don't even know if it would be considered rap, but yeah, like the intro, and I also didn't expect the whole like chorus, the chanting and the background and stuff, you know? But it all makes sense conceptually, right? Because, you know, this is like, it's a whole like worshipping cult kind of thing, you know, like idol culture and, you know, like fans and stuff. So it's really fitting actually, and it's so unique. And then also the way where they kind of like rush the melody, or, you know, like cut off. I don't know. It's kind of like, there's this one section where it starts off, you know, like the beginning of the song where they're like, hold on, how did it go? What is your favorite book and stuff? Hold on, where is it? YOASOBI idol lyrics. Ah, yeah. Like, what did you eat today? What's your favorite book? If you're out to play, like, where are you going, right? So it's like really harmless. It's really cute. It's so, I don't know. It's like very nice. And then more and more, like the questions get more pressing, or more like they put on a lot more pressure, right? And at some point they're like, what's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Like, what's your type? You know, as in a person, like what's your type in men, right? And then who's the what does it mean? Aite wa. Aite is like, who's your partner, I guess, right? And then they do this like sakotaide, like, now reply, give me an answer. It's not like let me know or like anything. They're like really demanding almost, and they basically cut each other off, and they just portray all of this like culture so well in the whole song. It's sometimes like really subtle too. It's just like a whole themed song. I can't even explain it. I'm not that. Let the music critics do that. But anyways, like there's a lot of meaning behind the lyrics. It's just like clearly written according to the story, like to befit the story, right? It's about how, because I think the one thing that I says is lies are the, not the final form, but something like the biggest form of love, like the biggest show of love. Uso wa tobikiri no ai? Is that what she said? Uso. Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'm rambling. Never let me do any like song reviews or anything. I'll be like, yeah, the beeps and boops are good. I usually don't really pay attention to lyrics. I just listen. I just listen to the music. I'm like, yep, that's a bop. People are like, oh, it's so meaningful. The song has so much meaning. I'm like, it is? And then I listen to something which is like just really like catchy and stuff. And then turns out it's about, you know, like, oh, it's about like suicide or something. I'm like, ooh, okay, didn't realize that. I think this needs to be lighter. Oh, let me move this thing. I gotta look at this part. For turn, my second sister drove us home in the car, and I thought we'd die, but her driving actually wasn't too bad. Why are the youngest children always so damn dramatic? Like, what is it? What is it? The youngest children was always like, oh yeah, I ate a bad cookie. I think I'm gonna die right now. Mommy! Right? And the mom's like, oh, I'll take care of you. Meanwhile, the oldest siblings are always like, yeah, I don't know. My arm is kind of like detached right now, but it's fine. I'll just hold on to it. Oh no, I don't want to trouble you. You're like, I'll get an Uber to the hospital. Can you just like reattach my arm? Oh yeah, no worries. I can wait. And the mom looks at you and they're like, the mom looks at you and your mom is like, oh yeah, you'll be fine, don't worry about it. Meanwhile, the youngest child is always like, Mom, I have a boo-boo. And then the mom is like, oh, you've got a boo-boo, let me blow on it. Hoo, hoo. Oh, is it better now? No, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Like, my mom had no favorite child. Definitely not. No, definitely no. My mom loved us equally. I am not in denial. I heard the Oshinoko opening like 10 times, read the lyrics, fell in love, and tried, but horribly failed multiple times to sing it. Oh yeah, it's really fun. it's what I also like about Yoasobi is how much variation they put into their into the melodies. It's so varied. Like there's not a dull moment in the melody. It's usually all sections are different. You know, there's always some sort of like small variations, and they're like really subtle. That's what makes it so hard to sing. Okay. So like I don't blame you for failing, because it's really hard to sing it. Miss Daddy, yes. Common vocal light song. Always happy until you read the lyrics. Yeah. She barely drives since she doesn't have a car. Oh, okay. Most of the times, at least. Okay. She maybe drove 10 times in the past year and a half. But I mean, that's once a month. she still has her knowledge, right? Of you know, like she had to do a driver's license. She had to pass the test, right? Those things. It's like riding a bike. Once you've learned it once, you won't forget it. It's pretty hard to forget how to drive. Although it seems pretty common for people to retake like driving lessons once they because they don't drive very often. Some people even do the get a driver's license as, you know, like a form of identification, which is very interesting. But yeah, once you learn how to drive, you usually have to drive pretty regularly at first, you know, for like the first 2 years until you get used to it. Hold on, let me change the BGM. It's still Hong's guitar. The guy does like acoustic covers, it seems. Ooh. She failed that test once or twice before she got her license. Oh damn. I passed my test with flying colors. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm academically smart. I do well in school settings, okay? Put me on the street though, I'll be human trafficked in a very quickly. No street smarts in this brain. Like my street brain cells all went to my little brother. I'm only book smart. And not even that. Honestly, that's probably already too much for a face. Like, it should have been more rough. We just clean up this mess of the hair in this area. Might just say. Oh no, wait, wrong song. Okay. I feel so weird. I still haven't finished Fire Emblem. Damn, forgot about it. How long does it take you guys to write an email? I don't know. I feel like I have a phobia. Email phobia. It takes me so long to write an email. It takes me like 2 or you know, like go send over a letter. I don't know. There's just this amount of dread that I associate with writing and like sending letters or calling people. I could never be, I don't know, HR or management or whatever, because I wouldn't be able to write emails. You know what? Maybe I should try to ask ChatGPT for this kind of stuff. Maybe I don't have to write emails anymore. I just have to, yeah. Like it took me a fucking week to write an email, a letter, and send it off. Don't ask me why. It's just, I don't know. It's just very dreadful to me. Emails take me crazy long. I hate them. Maybe like 10 minutes max. Depends on what I need to say and what it's for. Wow. There we have it, guys. Everyone. 2 types of people on this earth. I need to take my time to write proper emails for like internship inquiries recently, and I die every time. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, the duality of email writers. Yeah, I feel like internship and just like job applications are kind of different though. I take that amount of time to just even write the simplest of emails. It's not the writing itself that makes it difficult for me. It's just like the fact that whenever I have to write an email, it's not anything good. It's me asking for, you know, like an extension on like deadlines or something. If it's for like internship, it also takes me quite a while, because I want it to be perfect, right? I want to give off the right impression. Sometimes I even watch those like tips, YouTube video tips on how to write proper, you know, like cover letters and stuff, and what to pay attention for too. Wink wink. Wink wink. Connor Stan. What? Where does that come from? You're the Connor Stan, aren't you? You're the trash taste watcher. I always have to add exclamation marks to sound enthusiastic or friendly when talking to professors, and my friends laugh because it doesn't fit my image. That's so funny. From the music take. Oh, you mean the beep bop, beep beep bop. No, yeah. It's so funny because I think I'm the same as Connor, but Connor he just couldn't. He just couldn't describe it. The way he described it was so funny. It's like, it's just beeps and boops. I like the beeps and boops. That was great, yeah. Yeah, I watch Trash Taste too. In fact, once I finish the stream, I'll probably clean up. I usually clean up to Trash Taste podcasts. I wanna, you know, like my walls are really thin, and I can hear what my neighbors are saying on their side, right, when I'm in the bathroom. So sometimes, oh, I hate it when I go to the bathroom, okay? Because whenever I piss or I take a shit or something, sometimes I hear my neighbors in the kitchen on their side. So I'm like, wait, if I can hear them, can they hear my shit dropping into the toilet bowl? Which I think they do. So yeah, my shits are usually very exciting. Yeah. And then and I also, like, I'm changing the way I pee so they don't hear the drizzle. It's so embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, it's very dreadful. So yeah, since I usually run around the house listening to podcasts and stuff, I wonder if they hear me on their side and they're like, who the fuck is talking? You know? So yeah. I hope they're not too... I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I just have to move. But this apartment is actually really pretty, so I don't really want to move. I want to leave. I want to move into an apartment that's at least as pretty as this. But yeah, I don't know if I can bear the shame. There's a guy here. What you mean? Don't you guys talk about poop too? I can talk about poop with guys too. What do you mean? Oh, maybe that's why people always... Maybe that's why guys think I'm like uncomfortable. I'm kidding. Yeah. Although someone described me as a bro. I'm like, what do you mean I'm a... What do you mean I'm like a bro? Not in front of a girl. Oh. I think about it. Well, I do have a brother, so we do talk about weird stuff sometimes. Although I feel like my brother is more my brother has better manners than I do, so he's the one weirded out when I talk about that kind of stuff. Then oh, talking about that kind of stuff. Wait, you're bro material? Yes, I'm not waifu material. I'm bro material. I don't know what that means. Like, damn. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a princess, I'm a bro. Daddy's bro. Bro zoned. I know, right? Can't believe that happened to me. So that's what friend zone feels like. Oh, that's more friend zone. Oh my god, oh my god. I just, you know, when I helped out in the shop on Easter. I hope you guys had like a fun Easter, right? I helped out my dad. So I was at the flower shop with him, selling flowers, obviously. So many tulips. So many tulips. My dad, he told me he bought like 3,000 tulips or something. And I think he sold most of them. Yeah, I also brought home some tulips for me too. They're really cute. I like tulips. 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 Anyways, and it was a really bad day because I was starting like to get cramps, you know, like I believe you call it PMSing. I knew I was like a day before my like period because I got cramps, you know, like a lot of back pain, okay? And I told my dad about it. He was like, why do you sound like an old man? I'm like, it's because my back is simulating my back is simulating birth right now. He's like, what? Like, yeah, Dad, look, girls can have all of these symptoms. And my dad's like, what? Really? It was like he heard about it the first time in his life. You know, I'm like, Dad, like, I haven't told you before, but like when I get my period, I get back pain. The first, like, oh no, first of all, like, my titties start hurting, okay? They feel sore. He's like, what? I'm like, yes. And then the next day, I get like back pain. Like today, I will be sitting in really weird positions the whole day. Sometimes it's so bad that I have to take like ibuprofen because otherwise I can't concentrate on work and stuff. And he's like, what, really? I'm like, yes. And my symptoms are pretty mild compared to other girls. He's like, are you for real? I'm like, yeah, Dad. Like, what do you mean? You've lived with a woman for 20 years and you have not heard about any like symptoms at all? Like, back pain is not the thing. Like, when I was younger, I had no pain at all. Now I have back pain, wrist pain, cramps, headaches, all of it. And I'm like, yeah, Mom told me she had all of those symptoms too. And my dad's like, wait, your mom never complained. Your mom never said anything about those symptoms. I'm like, yeah, because she wants to be cool. She doesn't want to, like, she doesn't see the need to complain to you about it. And he's like, oh, I see. I thought my stepdaughter was pretending to hurt. He thought his stepdaughter was, you know, like pretending so she doesn't need to go to school. He's like, oh yeah, and my new wife, she like, it always hits her really bad too. I'm like, yeah, Dad, Mom and I just don't like to like we like to play cool. And he's like, oh, okay. I guess I have to listen to my stepdaughter now when she says that she has cramps and her like stomach hurts and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. You just reminded me that I still have Easter candy. Oh yeah. I've never heard of that before. Never happened to me. Oh wait. Never heard about boob pain? Boob pain is the worst. I've been gripping for my life to stop the pain. Yeah, but you know the good thing about the the only good thing about the breast pain is that my titties get a bit bigger. It's so funny. Like they get bigger for a week. I'm like, yeah, I'm up a cup size. It's circumference. I actually measured it. I'm like, they feel a bit different. Are they bigger? Yeah, but it's, yeah, they're just inflamed. I'm just inflamed, and that's why, like, yeah, it hurts. Temporary wins. I know, right? That's the only good thing coming out of the period. And my dad, you know what? My dad was even more shook when he thought about it. He's like, he was sitting down, like, hold on. He was sitting down like this, right? So we were both taking a break. We had like one of these stools, these bar stools, right? So we can sit. He was sitting down like this, like a dad, you know. And having his arms, you know, on his hips, on his legs, like this. He's like, man, I'm so glad that I'm a guy, that I don't have to deal with it for 50 plus years of my life. And I'm like, yeah, being a woman kind of sucks, Dad. He was so like, I feel like he had an existential crisis finding out about menstruation. It was hilarious. Can't wait to tell my brother about it. Whenever I tell about, you know, one time I drove my little brother and I got like really bad cramps in the car. And I was like, ooh, like I was grimacing. And my brother's like, what the fuck? Are you okay? I'm like, no, I have really bad cramps right now. I don't know if I have to, you know, like stop at the tank at the gas station for a minute to just, you know, like let it pass. And my brother just told me, he's like, man, being a woman sucks. God really didn't favor women, huh? I'm like, yeah. I don't know who thought about this. I don't know who designed this. If there's a fucking God, I need to talk to him really quick. I meant the back simulating breast pain. Oh, the back simulation, wait. And those several women who told me it hurt didn't lie. Yes. Yes. My dad is so I don't know if he's distrustful, but he's a skeptic, okay? He's so skeptical whenever someone does something. So he's not the type of person to believe you when you tell him something. Except for me, I guess. I guess I'm like sometimes my little brother tells me like, I think Dad thinks that you're like God's gift on earth or something. I don't know what he thinks of you, but he thinks like you're God. I don't know. And I'm like, nah, I'm just his daughter, like his little princess. He's like, no, I'm telling you, if I tell him something, he doesn't believe me at all. Like I'll be talking to a wall. You say a word, he's like, oh, okay, my daughter said it, then it must be right. I'm like, are you for sure? And my brother's like, yeah, just ask him to buy you a car. He'll buy it for you tomorrow. So I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, if my little brother gets a driver's license, will you buy me a new car? But it's like, obviously. I'm like, what do you mean, obviously you'll buy me a new car? It's so funny. And then I looked at my brother's eyes and he looked at me like this. See? Yeah. Meanwhile, pregnancy permanently increases boob size. Really? Rich girl! No, no, definitely not rich. Damn, I'm like 20k in debt. Yeah, I'm definitely not rich. And I think my dad is like, he's making a lot of money, but like, you know, like rent is also really expensive, so it's not like there isn't much left over at the end of a month. So I wouldn't call myself rich, but I don't think my dad hesitates to spend on me. And neither does my mom. I'm not the type of person who likes to receive gifts, okay? But my parents keep giving me gifts. I think that's their love language or something. Like, they keep buying me things. I'm like, Mom, I never asked for this. Like, if I want something, I will ask for it. Don't worry. Like, I'm not a materialistic girl. I say as I keep going on shopping sprees whenever I feel bad. Yeah, no, yeah, my parents just like giving stuff. It was very interesting. Hey Dad, watch Made in Abyss with me. I heard it's super wholesome. You know what? My parents are too boomer for that. They're not even boomer. I think they're the generation after that. But they say, you know, like, they say like, you're already 20 years old. You're already over 20 years old. Why are you still watching shows made for kids? And I have to tell them every day, every time, Mom, Dad, who do you think makes those shows? And then they realize, oh, my daughter's actually in the entertainment industry. Man, I like drawing hair. Hair's so fun to draw. It's so relaxing. I should actually move on. I'm spending too much time on this, but I just like adding a few strokes here and there. How are we already 2 hours in? What did I even do? First season was eh. I don't think it's that bad. I don't want Gucci. I want a Balenciaga. Ooh. You know, my little brother is like a fashion hoe. Not a fashion hoe, but like a brand hoe, or what you call. Talk. That's what I did. That's true. My little brother is like I don't know, he inherited it from my mom or something, where like he's very interested in fashion and he has a very good sense of it too. Like he's always like, he's very trendy. He knows all of the big you know, like the important brands and stuff too. Like I actually learned a lot from him, and I always keep asking him like, oh, what about this, what about this? And I think a few years back he exchanged his birthday and a Christmas gift. He's like, don't give me anything this whole year, just buy me this pair of Balenciaga speed trainer shoes, right? It was his favorite pair of shoes because, you know, like it looked really good on him. Like he's fairly handsome, so, you know, like him wearing good clothes too is just suits him, right? So he got a pair of those shoes, but he swore never to wear them again once Balenciaga had this weird I don't know, Balenciaga had this weird scandal, right? I don't even know if it was a scandal, but you know, the child campaign in those like really questionable. Yeah, it was really questionable. So it was a really questionable campaign. Who thought of that concept and who approved of it? Clearly people weren't paying attention. Hold on. Wait, what did you delete? I missed it. Bring it back. Did anyone take a screenshot? Okay. Should I add more detail here and there? I think the amount is fine. Although I might add a few things here and there. Few strokes. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to rant about Ikari Shinji soon too. I can't believe I watched Evangelion 4.0 by myself for 2.5 hours. And Mitsuna and Millie just chilled in the chat. No one said I wasn't streaming. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna rant about Shinji in a minute. Hold on. Can you link me up with some internship milk? Oh, I doubt it. I don't have the connections in the industry. You just have to, and especially, you know, I can't hook you up with an internship, especially because, you know, like this industry is skill and portfolio based. So you just have to have a really good portfolio. Talk was deleted. Oh, right. That was all. The hair rendering is really nice. Looks soft. Thank you. Thank you. I keep thinking we watched the movie only to be reminded of our collective idiocy. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We'll just have let's just do a marathon next time. You know, we'll just watch all of the 3 movies in one go. No, 4 movies. But that's like 6 hours or so. I don't know who wants to do that, but I wouldn't mind. Okay, hold on. No, that's too much. Two times speed. I mean, we can watch the first 2 hours. In first 2 movies like that. I wouldn't mind. Do it on the 21st. So next week on Friday, I'll be on flight. Damn, where are you going? I mean, we could do it on a Friday, but I would probably start it a bit early because I don't think I'll probably start it around 8 p.m. Maybe a bit earlier. I don't want to. I wouldn't mind watching until like 2 or 3 a.m. in the night. But I have to ask the others. Buenos Aires. Oh, that is from India? That is a very long flight. Damn. Man, I want to travel too. I think I gotta pay off my debts first. Make some money. Man, I made a decent amount of money from my second job too, but all of that is just going to going into paying debt that were caused by irresponsible people in my life. Very beautiful. Okay, hold on. I wanted to try that thingy that people do. No, when they do like this. But how do they? I don't think this suits my style because it's too painterly. It kind of goes. It might go well in these areas. No, when you want to add a bit more like crispness. Crispy chicken. I feel like it's good for details like these. It's not very good for for normal use, I think. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. And I don't have the roughness to do so. Yeah. I feel like I should have done this at a different stage, then it might have worked out a bit better. So I haven't really figured out how people do this. Maybe it's because they kind of delete? Maybe it's because they kind of delete these parts once they merge it. So it kind of blends in a bit better. Hold on, let me try this. Maybe not over here. It's a very interesting process that I don't quite understand, I think. One. Just do it in this color. But it's starting to add some detail. But I don't know, it's just, if you zoom in it looks a bit too off. But zoomed out it's not bad. I'll just keep it. I gotta fix this thing first. I was initially supposed to come to Germany, Europe in general, but it was too risky and right now with things in France and what is going on in France? You know, I opened the news once. I think 2 weeks ago? And the moment I opened, I was bombarded with 10-year-old child was murdered. Suspects are 10 and 11 or something. Tragic car accident. 7 people died, 5 of which were only 19 years old, which is like, I think barely a year younger, or maybe like the same year as my little brother, depending on when they were born. So they're like my brother's age. I'm like, damn. And then I closed the news. Lots and lots of strikes. It's kind of a mess recently. Oh yeah, I did hear about those. But I don't know. France is like very known for doing like lots of strikes and demos. Oh, however you call them. Protests. Pension age has been increased in France. Oh yeah, by 2 years, right? I think it's still lower than Germany though, so I'm like, well, I wish we rioted a bit. I think it's like 69 over here in Germany. I feel like they just quietly raise it. So that nobody notices. Or it might still be like 67 years old. I kind of want to make enough money so I can go into, like, you know, like, I can retire more early. I'm not sure if that's possible though. My little brother is hell-bent on making enough money to send my dad into retirement in 5 years. Which is pretty cute. But I feel like there's still a level of, you know, like naivety, like youthful hope. So I don't want to crush it. I don't want to be, you know, like a wet blanket and be like, no, I don't believe in you. You can't do it. You know, you won't make it. So I'm just letting him like do. He's the type of person who wouldn't listen to you anyway, so he just has to fall flat on his face and you'll have to tell him like, I told you so. You know what Redum does really well? They add more like background elements. Right, so they probably would have, you know, some sort of flower in the background, and then also have, you know, like flowers in the foreground. Could do that too, technically. I've been thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I wanted to do that. Because I drew the rest pretty simply too. So I didn't want to be extra. But I could make them a bit more red. Thinking about it, I don't think I will do this, even though it would look good, you know, especially if you blur it a little. Gaussian blur, right? Bam, depth. It's here. I've done it. Sometimes just like very simple things. I noticed like in one speed paint, there was one artist who had this really painterly style, but it still had this really good feeling of depth. And you were like, how the fuck does he do it? And then you look at his speed paint and you realize he actually uses like blur a lot. He blurs the stuff. But it's very subtle. You don't realize that there's like a lot of blur going on. It's not very noticeable. So it feels deep. It feels like it has a lot of depth, even though it's like very painterly. So yeah. Guten Abend, folks! In India, the retirement age has been reduced. Oh, reduced? They want people to vacate to create new jobs. Oh, that's pretty cool. But who's paying for the pensions? Who's paying for the retirements? Oh. Hi, Millie. Welcome. Are you working on that Ichigo drawing? It's so good, by the way. Holy shit. Your composition is really, really nice. You know what I like about Millie's art? Sorry that I'm going off about that. What I like about Millie's art is that she somehow makes seemingly simple compositions look so good. You know, that's a skill that I wish I had. You know, like how the fuck did she made a... You know, like, the composition is basically just... Like... What? Hot take, Millie is bigger. No, that is what I genuinely think, right? Like, she just has... Like, this is basically the composition, like, flower field, okay? Flower field. Mountains. I've tried so many times to do this shit. It looks so boring when I do it. But then when I see Millie do it, it's like, it's so good. I'm like, what the hell? How the fuck does she make like a landscape look that pretty? Like, it just hits different. It just hits different. It's got depth and everything too. Like, Millie's built different. Yeah, I don't know. She probably sold her. She secretly sold her soul, and she's not sharing the devil's like phone number with us. Thank you so much. Oh my god, this means so much to me. Yeah, you better be proud of yourself. Continue hard to take over the world. You know, like you'll be my first. Yeah, like you're my first. You have to spread the milk religion, okay? Yeah. What is it called? Like you're like a missionary for the milk faith, for divine dragon milk. Oh my god, now I want to see it, Edda. Are you not on the Discord server, Edda? Not in the Discord server. Hold on, let me give you an invite. What about me? You're not? Then here you go. There's an invite link. I didn't know actually. Yeah, no, I don't advertise it anywhere, so. Only stream patrons get to join. So yeah. Yay, thanks. No problem, no problem. So yeah, welcome to the Discord, and then you can go into the art stream. Not art stream, art flex. Millie posts their art there too sometimes. Right? Oh yeah, the noodle padoodle, the noodle doodle that I did. It's a literal noodle doodle because I was eating noodles in my lunch break. So hold on, where is it? I drew Megumi, basically, but it turned out a bit weird. I think my sketch was better than the result. And I don't know. I kind of messed up the colors. I don't know what I wanted to go for, like this underwater feel. My nose is stuffy. This underwater feeling, but I couldn't really get it, and it's weird. I saw Megumi on Twitter a few minutes ago. Yay! You loved it, thank you. So I just like shattered out all of the mirrors, like you know how his soul was shattered. And yeah, that's why I posted. I didn't like his chin. Actually, I wanted it to kind of. I don't know. I don't know how I wanted to frame it. Maybe cut off part of his eye. I just wanted to draw a pretty eye, like this. That's it. That's what I did in my lunch break, while I was sitting in meetings. Because for some reason, like sitting in meetings is always like really good for drawing on the side. This is why remote is superior, okay? You wouldn't be able to do that in in an in-person meeting room. You can only do it. You can only play games and draw when you're remote, but don't do it. You actually need to pay attention. So if you can't multitask, don't do it. I had more than one moment where I actually like didn't listen, and I was like, damn, I missed what they said. And then they asked me something, and I would just be like, yeah, sounds good. You can do it like that. And then I realized later that it doesn't work like that. Divine Dragon Milk told me my art slaps. I'm gonna finish it now. Yeah! Yeah, go finish it. Oh my god. Don't just leave it on the VIP pile. You gotta finish it for sure. Okay. Now, how do I... The cape is gonna give me a headache. Oh, edit. Oh yeah, edit is from France. But what if you just stop streaming one day? What will we do? You'll become my what is it? My successors. You'll be the one streaming. I think Kat and Millie, they can, you know, like they can also do drawing streams. In fact, Kat already does it in the Discord server sometimes. Hey, you guys just start streaming. You can do fine without me. I'll be over in heaven watching over you, or wherever the fuck I am. I'm too shy. Well, there's a lot of like quiet streams, right? Like no audio streams, where people actually have like avatars, and then whatever they type, it just pops up in a speech bubble by themselves, which is really cute too. I didn't know how. I was too lazy to find out how to set that up, so I never did that. And I'm too lazy to always stop drawing to type out a message. So I don't do that stuff. I guess I could have used like a text to speech or something. Or like a speech to text. I watched Millie stream, not gonna lie. Yeah! Yeah, I wanna see how she draws. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What kind of magic are you doing to put out those bangers? Like, I feel like Domingo would abandon me for Millie in a heartbeat. See the power you hold, Millie? Okay, I don't think I need to be too precise with the cape. It is a background element and I decided to be a bit more rough. So I have to commit to roughness. Nyong. Oh my god. Okay, something else. Something else. Something else. I'm gonna listen to something else, but I'm not sure what. Hold on, where's this? There we go. It's Hype Boy now. Oh, there's a Woodsy. Damn. Woods, not Woodsy. There's like a Woods cover of it, which is really nice. The guy was in X1. Oh, I'm still so bitter about X1. I don't know if you've watched Produce back in the day, but Produce X101? Man, there was finally a group that came out with a proper name, you know? Like, X1 is a good name. IOI was a good name. 101 was a weird name. X1 was also weird, okay? But it looked pretty, so, yeah. And then finally X1, and I liked Hangul, and basically the whole lineup. Like, I was satisfied. I didn't care if it was, you know, like, sabotaged. But netizens had to find out and destroy these kids' lives. Like, yeah, no, there were other kids that were supposed to get those bots, but it was so bitter. They only had 1 month. They only had their debut song, and then they just got offed. You know? So Woods is one of them. They always had like such a, like, they were such good, like, they were also like there were some experienced group members too, so the quality of the group was really high. Sometimes I still listen to Flash, and then I imagine what could have happened, you know, what kind of songs they could have released. So there's so much love for me today. Ouch, arg. Never. Milk is first. No offense, Milk. I say thank you. I'm honored, I guess. But if Cat starts, that might be different. Ooh. Okay, I see. Cat. Hold on. I'm gonna keep this receipt. Text channel. Receipts. You can also put quotes and stuff in there, I think. That's good. I'm gonna show y'all the real art god. Oh. Milk will remember that. You're gonna get banned? Nah, I'll just remember that. Quote channel, yay! Live talk. Oh. Hold on. I missed the live talk stuff. Behold, the real art god, my niece. Beautiful. How old is your niece? Why can't she? Can she? She might be able to draw a wave, but can she draw a flower with 5 petals? She's a... What was this passive aggression? What passive aggression? I just had one question. Can she draw a flower with 5 petals? I don't know. 7? Oh, I see. That's cute. That's a cute age. Man, I remember when my little brother was 7. He was so annoying, but also cute. I think I never really thought of him as cute, but now that I think back on it, like, he's really cute. He's just like a bundle of happiness. So full of life and joy. Whenever my little brother told me, like we looked at photos together when we were visiting our granny. And I was like, man, you were really, like, you really were sunshine. No wonder everyone loved you. And he's like, yeah, I don't know why I had so much, you know, like, energy in me. I was so full of joy. He says. I'm like, yeah, who did you get that from? Like, mom and dad are so, like, they're very calm people. You don't really see my dad smiling much, and you don't see my mom smiling much either, because she was so, like, she was busy with work. She's just like a pure businesswoman. She wasn't the type to like make jokes. And my dad would just troll you, you know? And he would do that with a straight face and then like let out a chuckle. But not very expressive parents. So I'm like, how the fuck did my little brother turn out so expressive? Like, he took... I don't... Do you know these glass... There's these glass souvenirs, okay? Where you can take a photo and then they put these photos. They put these photos in the glass. You know, and it's like 3D or something. It's very interesting technology. I don't know if you've seen that. But so funny because we had a family photo like that, okay? And then the 4 faces, okay? My dad just looks like this. Okay? And then it's basically it's like a scala, okay? Then there's me, who's like not even that. It's like not the Roblox smile, but just barely, kind of like this. At least I'm friendly looking, okay? And then there's my mom. She's like this. Like she wanted to have a nice photo. And then there's my brother, who's just like the Roblox watermelon guy. Yeah, kind of like that. Just a slight. Yeah, like that. It's like, I don't really want to be here, but I'll look friendly at least, okay? So yeah, we have that as like a piece of glass somewhere in our house. It's so funny. And my little brother, he was grinning from ear to ear. Every time there's a photo, he's like with the biggest smile on his face. And we were like, oh, whose child are you? And they joke sometimes like, we must have gotten the wrong child. We must have brought back the wrong child. Right? But then when you look at him, he looks exactly like my dad, and we're like, yeah, no, we can't make that joke anymore. Like, it's so clear that we're clearly family. You have a crush on the dog? What? Wait, hold on, what? My Dom security guard is also very cute. I have a crush on it. Oh yeah, context. Dom security guard is a dog. Oh, I see. Got all the expressions and emotions they didn't use. Yes, exactly. Yeah. He got all of everything that I don't have. It's so funny. The smile kept on increasing. Yes, exactly. No energy. Calm. Too much energy. Yeah. That's basically our family. But now that my dad is older, I think he softened up a little bit. And I think maybe it's also because me and my brother are old enough to kind of understand jokes now, right? Because there is a language barrier, and when you're like, I don't know, in your teens and you barely speak your mother language, you won't even be able to understand the jokes that your parents make. I know the best one my dad made for me, like the best one my dad made, and which had me cackling as a child, because that was the first time my dad actually like made a joke, okay? And he's like, Mom was like, oh, did you know that your dad can speak Chinese? Because I think we talked about that. And then I'm like, no, I never knew Dad spoke Chinese. And then my mom's like, show her, honey. And then he's like, Sang Tong Chao Tong, Noi Hom Tong. And I sat there, I'm like, damn, he can speak Chinese. Wait. And then I realized he just spoke Vietnamese with a Chinese accent. Basically, in Vietnamese, he said, oh, what a song in English. But it's like a dish. It was a prank, yeah, definitely. He basically Tong. There's a word for having a hole, okay? He said like the pot has a hole, the pan has a hole. No wait, what is song? Hold on, let me. Song. The fuck? Song Tong. What is a song? Vietnamese. It doesn't help that it's written with song. Oh my god. Meaning. I don't know. Anyways, it's like the bowl has a hole. The pan has a hole. But the pot doesn't have a hole. And he does it in a Chinese accent. And it fooled me really well. Yeah. So yeah, if you learn a language and you start understanding humor, that's when you know that you understand the language, that you can speak the language. At least understand. He was bullying you, he lolled. Yeah, my dad, I don't know. He's a very subtle troll. Like when you're a kid, sometimes you don't realize he's trolling you. Like when he made me like panic that I had a hole in my head. He's like, oh, like I hit my head and he's like, oh no, this is terrible. What do? We gotta go to the hospital. And I'm like, what? Why? He's like, you're bleeding. White blood. I'm like, white blood? What does that mean? And I start bawling. And he doesn't do it in like an overly exaggerated manner either. He just says it like a bit more panicked. Like honestly, my dad probably should have gotten an Oscar or something with his acting skills. Because when he's trolling, his acting skills suddenly like he rolls to 20. Suddenly, like Leonardo DiCaprio has nothing on my dad's acting skills, but only when he's trying to troll, when he's trying to fool kids. Maybe I was too young. I don't know if he trolls now. I haven't seen him prank me in a while, so maybe I haven't noticed that he pranked me, but I don't think he's pranked me in a while. I should be good. I should be safe. Now that he has like a stepdaughter and a stepson around that age, they're like very young teens. I think they'll get the brunt of it. But then I think he also keeps his distance because, you know, like he's their stepfather and they don't really... I don't know, the kids are brats. They're not really, like they're too young. I feel like the little sister is actually growing up like fairly okay. But the older brother is a troublemaker. He's really, I don't know, he's really stupid. I think he's stupid. But what can I say? It's not my child. It's not my little brother. I don't have to take care of him. My little brother gets a chance to play bigger brother and like older brother now. So he sometimes, you know, like helps, like tries to help the kids. And try to like educate them. But they're not listening. They're being like stupid brats. Just like my little brother was back in the day. You know, you tell him something. It's like, hey, you know what? Like, this is not gonna work. This and that is gonna happen. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyways. And the kids are acting the exact same way. But they're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of afraid of him for some reason. He does have a bit of charisma, so maybe that's it. Because, yeah, I'm not being respected at all. The kids are so I don't know, maybe I have this, like, disrespecting demeanor, you know? Like this I look like a victim. You know, that's my aura. Well, a divine dragon milk, who? That's just victim milk, okay? Like loser milk, opfer milk. Like wait, that's not a cousin. It's just an acquaintance. But yeah, a childhood friend of mine is like, yeah, I don't know, like you have a face that's just bullyable. Yeah, opfer man. He's like, yeah, you're a bit more easy to, you know, like you're more likely to be, you know, like bullied. I'm like, okay, bro. Thank you for the insight. But yeah, I'm not as bullyable as Shinji though. Definitely, like there's no way I would be as bullyable as Shinji. I would be the one bullying Shinji. Honestly, Shinji awakens the bully in me. People sometimes like told me that I'm kind of a bully, but because I'm kind of mean apparently. But yeah, I understand now. It's because of people like Shinji. If I see people like Shinji, I'll probably like straight up become a bully. Shinji doesn't deserve happiness. Yeah, Shinji just needs to. He just needs to cease existing. Anything really, like. He's the most fucking useless protagonist that I've ever seen, okay? Like, why does he exist? I do not understand his existence. Like, for real. He has done nothing in the series except for being, like, fucking stupid. Okay? I've never been so aggravated watching a series as watching Evangelion, okay? You know what Evangelion does really well is like the art, the concept, like the execution, you know, like all of the, like basically like the concept was perfect. Everything is like the world building was amazing. They had like narrative themes and stuff that they explored, you know, like societal topics. The only, like, Shinji is the stain on Neon Genesis Evangelion, okay? Everything else was perfect. And you can see in so many instances that other anime were inspired by it. I'm like, oh, hold on. I think this moment in this other anime was inspired by Evangelion too. You know? Or maybe this was just the style back in the day, but yeah, it's so stylish. It, like, all of... Even like the visuals, you know? Like, the direction and stuff. The camera shots. All of it ages really well. Because it's so well... I don't know, it's just so well curated. And then I think... Oh, but you know, like... I don't even know what to say about Shinji. He was so damn annoying with this, his whole like, I'm suffering and you guys, everyone needs to know. And oh, you know what? He's the worst type of person. Like, he always did the worst thing that you could do as someone in his situation. Like if you're depressed, right? Or whatever. I feel like even trudging along is better than just, you know, like sulking. And what he did the best was sulking and stagnating, right? Like, I was so confused as to why he would rather, you know, like throw a tantrum and stay in place than at least do anything, really. Because the worst thing you can do is not do anything. And that's exactly what he did most of the time. Everyone else was fucking carrying the series, the plot lines, and he was just there to be, you know, like, I don't know, a human sacrifice. But then he's also made out to be like the hero, and like not the hero, but the most important person in the whole series. And I'm like, you have done nothing worthy of being like the most crucial piece to any of these plans. And this was, Evangelion was just a fucking series about how when rich people have like when people in power have issues, you know. Like, basically, like, Papa Gendo, Daddy Gendo had issues, and they translated over onto Shinji. And that's the whole series, okay? It's like, hey, I have to deal with your anxiety. So what did they want us to tell us? Like, parents, please love your children? Is that it? Yeah. And then, anyways, like the original series is pretty good in art-wise. I prefer the old series art-wise. And then the last movie, which I have watched alone, right, is you will watch it too, and you'll be like, what the fuck is the CGI? Okay, like, I've shown you the drawing of the screenshot of Rei, right? There's, for some reason, like big Rei, like Angel Rei, like the Rei that is as big as a planet. Yeah, 2.5 hours alone, okay? Like, for some reason, her body is toon shaded. It's like shaded in anime style. But her face, her head alone, is shaded like a real human being. You like very realistically. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, they make a lot of use of VFX and of like 3D generated VFX and stuff, which is fine. But I feel like because they did that, they kind of lost, not control, but I feel like they neglected the composition of shots and just the overall coherency of the style. And they put so much focus on you know, like fan service and stuff now, that I was kind of getting annoyed at times. Hold on, I think I need to take a look at Lapis's armor, because this doesn't look like that doesn't look right. Fire Emblem Engage. The whole Ikari family screwed over the world. Yes, exactly. His one redeeming quality is that he's voiced by Megumi Ogata, and I love that. Yeah. The only thing I was like, at least his voice is not too annoying, because, you know, the voice actress is good. Oh, hold on, I think I might have made a mistake. Because it's kind of off shoulder. Hold on, this is why one layer is not too bad. And just cut off this whole thing. Put it on here. And there should be like a shoulder should be somewhere around here. And put it on a layer below. And then I can just paint over it. At the shoulder. And then this is should be a bit more around here, I guess. Then I'll just merge everything together. Like, what is her design? What is this? Oh, she's those. Oh, what? Wait, there's just straps on here. These are straps. So I guess you see more of a neckline and stuff. Just pretty stupid, not gonna lie. Cool. I accidentally drew over. So, drew over this. So I'm just gonna delete this. Yeah, anyways, I hated Shinji Ikari with every fiber of my being. Like, he's the worst type of person I would want to see. Like, I get it, there are people like him out there. I don't mind there being people like him out there. I just don't want to see him. I don't want to acknowledge people like him. So if anyone kins Shinji in this chat, please leave. Unfollow me right now, don't talk to me. Like, I understand his struggles. I don't understand his actions. You know, like, you know that... Like, I'm so confused. Like, did he not know what he wanted? Was it that hard to figure out? Why was he always like... He had no sense of responsibility, whatever. Like, his only instinct was flight. Okay? Like, he had no other instinct. Oh, wait. And I guess horniness, but... That was also weird! That was so weird! Why did they put in that scene where he jacks off to Asuka? And, like, accidentally turns her around and undoes her, like, hospital garment, and he's like, oh yeah, I gotta jack off. Like, what? It's unbelievable. Like, who said that was okay? Like, Hideaki Anno is... I'm like, the man has issues. I don't know what kind of issues, but there are issues. Because didn't he say that's also like kind of like his autobiography? And somewhere like he basically identifies with Shinji. So I'm like, dude, what? Like, I get it. You're using this series to live, to process your trauma, but still, did you have to make it that fucked up? So, like, I'm constantly checking if my stream is still running. We're still good, are we? Okay. Oh, Lapis has some like... she has some gold elements on her armor. Kinda like this. You know what Redum does? They take this just really easily, and then they actually... Hey, I've seen them do this with their most recent drawing. Oh, saving recovery information. Almost 3 hours. I'm gonna make it black, I guess. We could just 2 is good enough. Right? So they just basically do this whole thing with the with this outline, like this generated outline, which I personally don't enjoy too much, but then they just add. You know, they just color this in like this. For some reason it looks good when they do it, but it doesn't look good when I do it. Like, how the fuck are you? I don't understand how they're handling this stuff. I guess kind of like this. Right? And then they just... She doesn't have that many details. Oh, but she does have like a... Just something on her back. On a cape. I don't know what the back of a cape looks like. Lapis, Family Gauge, reference. Reference. There's no reference of a bag. Damn, hold on. Let me scroll through Mika Picasso's Twitter. Notification. And then honestly, I think I'm kind of done with Lapis. Millie, hello. Only doodles, can't finish anything lately, she said. Only doodles, she said. It was really good. It was really good doodles. Hold on. Where is Mika Picasso? 6 minutes ago. I see you're not paying attention. Don't look at my Twitter, you stalker. You are on my timeline. You did it yourself. You put yourself out there on my timeline. I only opened Twitter so I could look at Mika Picasso's. Hold on, where is it? She had like, she posted references. Oh no, those are retweets. Media. Honestly, I only enjoy Brodia designs. Everything else is too messy for me. Hold on, where is it? I'm just so you see what I'm doing right now. I'm going through. Lumera. Prince Diamond. He looks completely different than in game. Just saying, like he looks so different. Did she post the references? That's so cute. Her RAM drawings are really nice. Has something. Mika Picasso. Revenge Pop? Oh, that's what it's called. Okay. How much does she draw? Oh, that's December. Fly me to the moon. I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, no. Huh? I swear I had it somewhere. Fire Emblem Engage characters. Reference. She had like this whole sheet posted. Did I not save it? References. Roshita. In my opinion, adding gradients to materials, no? Did not save it. I did not save it. What the hell? I need to look at Lapis. You didn't. I'm your PC. Artists always lie when they say it's just a doodle or a sketch. Always some of the most detailed stuff illegal. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's Otaku is just calling Millie a liar. Straight up. Millie, are you a liar? Liar, liar, pants on fire. Well, I guess I can just keep it like this then. Like, this is a good place to take this. And then, oh, do the blurring thingy. See, like wherever there's like wherever it's opening up, that's where you would blur shit. Oh, blend, not blur, damn. Oh? Oh, maybe blur. Intensity of blur, maybe 20. No, 20 is a bit too much. Blend, blur? 10 it is. And sometimes I just use the fingertip and just blur it myself by just going back and forth like this. Oh god, what am I missing? Trust me, bro. Wow, Mitsuna. I put some of the references in Live Talk. Oh, thank you. Hold on, let me pull it up. I thought I could trust you. You've changed. You're right. I don't trust you, Millie. Millie? Miller? You can't even spell my name. The betrayal. It was a typo. Is this my villain arc? Ooh, where did you find that? Thank you. Thank you so much. Holy shit. That is stupid. That is what is this? Looks like is it ink? Is it scissors? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'll just draw it on top. It's like maybe I'll just keep it out. Maybe I won't draw it because it destroys. Look, it destroys my carefully curated lighting. For what? For some stupid. Oh. You're as dramatic as a husky. You should learn to check the wiki pages. Just pull that from. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should look at that. No, I'm not. Drama queen. Just don't draw it then. Yeah, I'm not gonna draw it. Collectively agreeing there never was any pattern on the cape. We never see it in game either. I actually like I promoted Lapis really quickly. Lapis. Like I promoted her really quickly, so I never really got to see her cape. And I usually turn off the animations too. So, yeah, definitely. Boop, 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 boop. And I think, you know, my final touches that I like to make. Because this is pretty messy. Oh, I forgot about the sword that I wanted to draw. What? As usual. This is the wrong desktop. Hold on. Tab. I always misclick and then I open a whole new desktop. Yeah, sorry about that. So I think she had like gloves on, right? So I'm gonna draw it. A gloves hand. Paint it in like this. Man, this takes me back. It's been a while since I last drew like this, but I'm a bit fast, I think. Doesn't need to be. Like, this is basically a doodle. So, it's another noodle doodle. Yeah, I might have spent 3 hours on it, but it's technically a doodle. Because, you know, like, you're just drawing away at it. Right? Like, it's really rough. It's not really rough, but it's pretty rough. Isn't the definition of a doodle that you kind of mindlessly draw at it? Like, I didn't really, you know. It is. I think technically it would be considered a doodle. Right? The only thing that I kind of cleaned is this area. And even then, like, look at this. This is messy. This is like... Yeah. We see no patterns. Something drawn absent-mindedly. Yeah, kind of. Right? Isn't that what a doodle is? A doodle patoodle? Patoodler. And we'll add a bit of rough drawing or scribble. Yeah. Which it is. It's pretty rough. Oop. Hey, this is not very polished or finished. Okay, so hold on. A bit more over here. We can add a bit more over there. Hold on. I think people said something like a doodle can be something that you work on like multiple hours, but it's like not serious enough. Scribble absent-mindedly. A rough drawing made absent-mindedly. Yeah. Oh, then I only have doodles. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I didn't draw this consciously enough to be considered like a full-on illustration. Oopsie daisy. Meanwhile, artists all over the world. You did that composition and stuff absent-mindedly? Bitch. Bitch. Yeah? Bitch. Can't believe that. I'm probably a no-thing, just draw person. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to think a lot because I want to improve. So, that unfortunately requires thinking. Okay. So, I think this is in a good spot. I can add some, you know, like touch-ups. Overlay. Like over here, I think this should have... You know, like a little bit of that. But I think if you have a good base, even if you keep it unfinished like this, you know, like look at this roughness. What is this? It's like it's really messy. It's still good. Right? So sometimes I can just, you know, like add a little bit. Like this is too flat. Too flat of a space. Yeah, just add a bit more. And that's just what you do absent-mindedly. You're like, oh, here I can add some more stuff in here. Or sometimes you don't need it. You're like, nope, I don't want this. Without really thinking about like, oh, does it make sense? Is there even lighting in this area? Should I add it? Should I not add it? Like, you're just going by intuition. That's why I call this a doodle. It's very vibrant too, surprisingly. But I mean, this is the easiest kind of lighting that you can do. Just a white background or like very slightly colored background, but very light lighting. And just the character. You just need to make the character's colors pop. And you're good to go, I guess. If I take this, I would probably blur it. Hold on, let me duplicate this before I do my blurring. You know, Photoshop has really good blurring tools. That's the only thing that I feel like Clip is kind of lacking. Like they don't have these field blur or like iris blur operations, and those are actually like quite good. And then I add some more over here, bit of blur, do it again. I actually think that the motion blur kind of works better than the Gaussian blur. Okay, hold on. Let me blur this one, this part too. These two parts. Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Wie hast du mich gerade genannt, junge Dame? Called you bits. Your bits. Your bitsy bits and itsy bitsy bits. And itsy bitsy spider bits. German gasp. You know, when I first started playing handball, okay, like I was in a team when we were all pretty childish, I guess. Like we were all pretty good kids, so we didn't like swear much, and we weren't very like promiscuous, whatever. And we had this one rival team which operated in the same gym as we did, so we were sharing that gym with them. Well, on different days, obviously. So yeah. But then our coach, you know, like he wasn't being treated well in our sports club, so we actually switched clubs basically, and we basically switched to that rival team, which we actually had a bit of disdain for, because like, you know, like the girls were pretty like promiscuous and pretty, I don't know, like we would call them like I don't know, they were like mean girl. They had mean girl energy, okay? But they were actually pretty sweet once you got to know them. And so my experience with them was, you know, like the first thing that happened, I was, you know, we had our first match together. I just went down. I just came out of the like of the locker room, changing room. I passed by this toilet, by the bathroom, and what I heard were like two girls fighting with each other, calling each other like, "You son of a bitch!" Oh well, like, yeah, "Du Hurentochter" und sowas. You know, like they used pretty harsh words and stuff, right? Like "son of a bitch" and "how can you do this" and that, and like they had pretty foul mouths. I think it kind of rubbed off on me sometimes. And yeah, and they were like screaming at the top of their lungs. Like, it wasn't just, you know, like shits and giggles. They were like, actually, it sounded like they were actually fighting. Okay, and then they came out like with the like besties. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. And yeah, basically they got out. They saw me standing right in front of the toilet, and they were like, "Oopsie." So yeah, that's the kind of like new teammates that I got. And they would insult them, like they would insult each other in the midst of a match too. You know, they would call each other like "son of a bitch" or like "daughter of a bitch." Like "daughter of a whore" in front of like the opponents and stuff. They would insult each other and the opponents. Well, if they had to tone it down for the opponents though, because, you know, like insulting and stuff can get you banned to some degree if you don't stop. Besties for life. For real, yeah. I don't know if they're like still friends, but yeah, they were like, they were literal party animals and stuff. Did I miss anything on Lapis? She... Oh, you know what? I think I didn't. I didn't finish like this whole side. It should be her shoulders. Or at least the pads, whatever. You know, usually what would be very useful is when you do... For parts like this, you should definitely use the selection tool. People always tell you to use the selection tool and you're like, nah, why would I use the selection tool? That is always like, there's so many like sharp edges, it's not nice, it's not very good, etc, etc. And then later, once you get used to it, you're like, I'm a professional now. I will only use the lasso tool, it's so handy. Lasso selection tool will be your best friend. It's really convenient, especially when you're painting and stuff. And you have to cut up your drawing more often than not. Yeah. I think there should be something on top of here. Oopsie doopsie. Okay. You know, I could add some more. And now there's like just touch-ups left, basically. You add... I didn't even finish this area, but that's no importance. Right, you can just, you know, get rid of these lines that you don't want to have. And then, you know, like, I think that could be a rim light over here. A slight one at least. If you want to. And then you can also add, I don't know if is it called not chromatic aberration, but you know, the subsurface scattering, this line that everyone does. People have found out about subsurface scattering and now everyone's doing it. It's become a trend. I think back in the day we did it like this. Someone did the color dodge, and then you would yeah, you would use the color dodge, and then you would paint over it with a pretty dark color, so it's not too intense. So that's the original way to do, okay? And now people don't really like this effects look. So at some point, and I did that too back in the day, I would just choose the colors. I would just straight up paint them. Right? So like this, and then over here too. You can add like highlights. And then if you want to be really fancy, you do it in a different color. Like maybe like a very light green, a pale green, for some color variation and to make it pop. But you gotta be careful about where to place these color pops. Because you don't want the wrong parts to stand out. And things also, like, they can't clash. So this is where it's very, like, convenient to stay zoomed out. Yeah, I think I should stick to this way of drawing. I'm basically regressing. I'm regressing to the way I've drawn in 10th grade. I can't believe it. I should be making steps forward, but I feel like I'm actually like taking steps back in life, you know? I should have just stuck to my way of drawing back then. But people always said like, no, you can't draw anime and manga, you won't get far with it. So I started trying to, you know, like adopt regular industry techniques, which hasn't worked out for me. So now I'm back to drawing manga and anime style and committing to it once again. There we go. I don't think I need to. I feel like there's enough color variation in here. If I was super fancy, I would probably add something over here, but I feel like it's better to keep it simple. Okay, I think we can make this darker, but more colorful. Hold on, what if I try the Redom technique? Trying to constantly imitate it. Imitate the master. Okay, I think now it's not a doodle anymore because I'm committing too much. Putting too much energy into it. Congrats. Congrats, I have upgraded. Right, sometimes what is really weird, what I've observed, is they basically... Oh? Right, they add lighting like this. Sometimes they add this outline effect. I guess they use Photoshop, so it has a different feel to it. Right, they do lighting, and then they merge it, and they blend it out. It was really confusing. They just blend it out like this. So what they do is they emphasize the harsh edges and keep the painterly feeling by, you know, like blending and blurring the rest of it, like this part. So it feels a bit more controlled, but I don't know. So yeah, it's something that they've mastered. They've probably been doing that for a very long time, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to adapt that technique. And then of course they add lines. They have lines where they think they need it. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm done. Oh no, wait. Forgot the most important thing. The sparkles. The sparkles. I usually put them on add glow. The question is, where do I want them? I guess they should be coming from this direction. Hold on, I gotta take a look at it on this screen. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. I just needed to zoom out a bit. Oops. Should I make them bigger? Well, that's a bit too big, isn't it? And usually once I take these sparkles, I also kind of like, I move them around as I see fit. Because sometimes there's just too much going on. Like, we don't need all of these down here. This is also too much, like, what are you... Huh? Now that this is here, this looks like a mistake. I have to fix it. I don't know how to add texture to this. Maybe it does. I feel like Lapis doesn't need texture. So I'm good. Oh, you know what? One of the like cheats is also just using this hatching brush. Just the hatches and then adding some here and there. So many artists do that. It's such an easy trick to add texture. Or like, I don't know, it feels like more finished for some reason. You know, when I add it in some spaces that feel a bit empty, it basically connects. It kind of connects, maybe it kind of connects values, I think. See, it kind of feels like more finished. Maybe not over here. Maybe that's a bit too strong. Maybe it feels like polish, and that's why it does so well. Just don't put it on the face. It's not necessary over here. On the eyes. Just you know, like hair, fabric. That's where it's most often used. And definitely not on blurry spots. But I think you also still need to place it a bit more carefully. Yeah, it shouldn't be everywhere. And I think this thing is definitely bothering me. Ooh, that's like a heart. I think I need to make it smaller. Maybe on this side? Yeah, it's just polish left to do. So yeah, that's it. Holy shit, I actually finished something today. Can you believe it? Milk? I love Discord soundboard, but I don't hear it! I don't hear it! I want to add sounds too, but I can't hear it. Yeah, that's it. I'm actually like, I like it. This is good. This ended up being really pretty, surprisingly. Like, I think this is good. I think I can continue drawing like this. And then I still want to figure out like different lighting situations, because I feel like mastering this kind of lighting is too easy. Like, at this point I got it. Okay, like white lighting is the easiest lighting to do. It's the quickest lighting to do. I want to get a bit closer to whatever Redum does. She looks surprised because someone stole her protein bars. No, don't! Why are you doing me like this? Honestly, I might use this. Also, this looks like a good profile picture. Hold on, who did I use as my profile picture right now? It's my OC. Maybe I should redraw my OC sometime. But it kind of, I low-key, yeah, it's my OC. But that's like, oh shit, isn't this like already 2 years old? Hold on. How old is this? This drawing must be like 2 years old. Children, my children. Hold on, let me check. Properties. No, it's just a year old. Properties. March 2020. It's barely over a year old. Okay, maybe it's time to change my profile pic. Draw a new one. Yeah, I'll just use this one. Okay, you know what? We're ending early. We're ending at at a decent time to go to sleep, which I won't do. I will be playing Fire Emblem in But yeah, next time. Look for next time. Preview for next time will be... Not Megumi crying, it's Yin. That's 3 years? 20! Oh no, not 2020. 2022! Sorry. 2022. No. I was talking about 2022. Darker Than Black? Yes! Yes! Wait, you watched Darker Than Black too? Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, I haven't started painting yet. I'll save it and I'll activate the timeline feature. So I can, have a time lapse. So I have to rewatch it now. Thanks. Yes, Darker Than Black first season is the best one. Okay, like it's so good. I'm gonna draw it. Listen to Tsukiyakari by like the ending. We should watch it together. Yeah, sure. Why not? Maybe not now. Maybe tomorrow. I guess. You know what? If I missed out on Darker Than Black. Oh my god, you know what? Then we gotta watch it. I don't know if you guys have time tomorrow, but it is a Saturday, so... And I don't have anything planned. So I can start watching it somewhere in the, like, afternoon while I, you know, like, draw on the side. I won't draw this on the side, but I'll draw something else on the side. No more Shinji! Yes, thank you. Let's watch Darker Than Black instead. No, we'll do the Shinji marathon the week after. We get Chad Hay. Yes. You know what? I've been thinking about it, okay? I'm not sure if I had a crush on Hay, but I sure took... you know how he eats a lot? I think I wanted to be able to do that too. So I got my eating habits from Hay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I'm gonna draw them next, and I'll try them to make them as pretty as I drew Lapis. He was Milk's idol, confirmed. No, not really. I don't know. I thought he was kind of cool, but he was also edgy. It was a bit too edgy. Like I get that he was a... Yeah, you know what? I think he was a bit too emotional for me. Which is so stupid because he wasn't that emotional. Like, I think I liked his cool side, his ruthless side. And I was confused when he got upset. Like, But that's the whole, like, thing about him. Like, he's a contractor. He's not supposed to have emotions, but he's surprisingly emotional. So, yeah. Like, that's the whole thing about him. Like, his quirk. I'm gonna rewatch Kekkai Sensei and start Terra E. Not Terraformers? I would... Oh man, Terraformers was wild. I don't think I finished... Oh, actually, have I finished the manga? I might have finished it. But yeah. So real for Kekkai Sensei. I love Kekkai Sensei. It's so fun. It's such a fun show. But Kekkai Sensei, I don't know, but like there were so many good artworks. Who was the guy with the ice guy? Kekkai Sensei. Ice guy. Like that guy is he just hits different. Stephen A. Starface. Stephen A. Starface. He's just Marmalade to sugar song. Peanuts on pita step. Amakute nigakute mega mawari desu. Watched Kekkai Sensei a few times, yeah. Klaus was it? Are you accusing Millie of being a furry? I personally fell in love with Black though. Who was Black again? Yeah, I don't know. I think I liked Steven. Maybe because he was handsome. No, I think it was because of this art. This piece of art. Where they showed the bottom of his shoe. There was a piece of artwork with his shoes where you could see the bottom of his shoes and it looked amazing. And I think in that moment I was like, I wanted him to step on me. Maybe I liked him because he has the same vibes. He has similar vibes to November 11 from Darker Than Black. White's brother. Who's White? Oh, the twins! Not you having a shoe king. No, I don't have a shoe king. But it was just like, it was just so well drawn, okay? It was like a really good pose. It made him look so amazing that I'm like, damn, I think I like him the most just for this piece of fan art. You know, it's usually the fan art that gets me to like the characters because then I finally get the appeal. Oh, you went for the edgy yandere twin? I didn't understand them. But there was this one shot of that kid where I was like, damn, the kid's handsome. Ah. Yeah, they were cute. I think I did it. Oh my god, do you want to see my old Kekai Sensen fan art that I did? Hold on. I actually... Oh no. That's... Chainix Steven. I want to see... Oh god. Hold on, let me pull it up. I think I have it somewhere. Oh my god, this is so old. In a completely different style too. God, where is it? I must have made 2013? I think I like the twins too. Look at that! Look at that! Old fan art. There has been some improvements. It's so cute! Oh wow, cute. Don't ask me why I think I wanted to make it look like a photo and that's why I tilted it. But it's so wild. I think it was like I really liked how I drew the shading on the hair. I think that's what I was proud of. Look, I actually did proper line art back in the day. Can you believe that? With like ambient occlusion and everything. But honestly, I still like look at like clothes and stuff. I still draw it the same. You can see it like when I draw the Fushiguro art. Hold on, where is it? The Fushiguro. Like I'm still drawing the I'm still drawing colors the same damn way. I want to squish them all into a hug. I remember spending hours on a Kekai Sensen place that looked so bland. A piece that looked so bland. Looks like someone from Free. What? Milk, Milk will ever do any redraws? I was thinking about that. I wanted to do redraws too, but I don't know of which drawings. So yeah, I definitely wanted to do redraws. I was thinking of, you know, doing one every year. But I gotta think of the good ones, right? Because back in the day, I did this kind of like, I did too much. I drew backgrounds and everything. What is this? Let's catch some bugs. My titling, I don't know. Heh. Stupid rabbit. Maka. Damn, I drew Maka even though I haven't even watched Soul Eater. Let gacha decide. Put it into a wheel and whatever wins gets a rewamp. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wanna be thematic though. I was thinking of redrawing Kagamina and Elliot. Should I do an Elliot redraw? If you're gonna do it for Dominique, Dude, I've drawn Dominique like last year. I feel like I probably saw some of these on Google Photos. Oh yeah, yeah. I think the one that should have been on Google. Okay, so what I know is, hold on, not in this era. So you might have seen. You might have seen the Lonku one. You might have seen the oh god. You might have seen the Eat. This one. You might have seen basically these three. You might have seen these three. Google Images, I mean. Yeah. This one maybe even on a YouTube video. I think, hold on, I think literally someone I was following. Owari no Seraph Piano. Oh, Pinao. Yeah! First thing that pops up. Yeah. So, yeah, that one has actually been used. You're famous! I think, like, someone even asked me specifically to use it. This guy just, I like, Navaronabu. Yeah, I did. I think I follow them, still. So I was surprised to see my art. Oh, yeah. No, hold. Yeah, I've seen it somewhere else, too. So that one... And then if you, like, this is still on a profile, on a Facebook profile. Lonku. I think if you Google Lonku Fire Emblem, it might still be on Google Image somewhere. Or if you just do Lonku. Maybe not anymore. Hold on, let me just... It was on Google Images for the longest time. Probably not anymore. Which is good. Oh no, there it is. Millie, stop stealing my thoughts. Yeah, it's still here. It's a Facebook page. I don't think it's been updated in a while. But I think only Kozaki managed to draw Lonku the way I like him. This one's not bad either. He looks like a younger Lonku, okay? Like, this is a young Lonku. Why is he so thin? Like, where did his biceps go? Okay, this one's still... Like, this is a whack Lonku. I don't like this one. I like this one the most. Look at him. He's so damn handsome. They took your permission, right? Not the Facebook page. Not the Facebook page. The other one, like, they credited me, but I think I changed my username since then. Yeah, it was Unisu. Back in the day, it was Unisu. Oh, but it's still there. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, they credited me properly, so I don't really mind. I'm like, as long as you credit me, you link back to one of my pages, my Twitter, whatever, I'll be fine. Yeah. So I think those are the ones that you should have seen somewhere on Google Crimages and Google Images. Oh yeah, maybe the Mushishi one. But yeah, oh yeah, right, I did get a Daily Deviant art for Aqua. Azura. And this is, like, do you see this? This is my phase of, like, I'm trying to be a fine artist. Like, I'm trying to get away from being an anime artist. Didn't work. Definitely didn't work. This is where I tried to do more environment stuff, but, like, in the end, I always came back to anime. Yeah. I was thinking of redrawing Kagami Nerin every year. See, look, this is what happens when I draw environment art. It's so flat. There's no atmosphere. Right? It's so like, how, Millie, how the fuck are you doing it? I don't understand. I think after that I gave up. This was for an art book, which got cancelled, I think. Like a charity art book. This one was actually fun. I had this phase where I like to draw clouds. I drew good clouds once, and then I wanted to try again, but I failed. Do you want to know my secret? Yes, what is your secret? Tell me, what's your secret, Millie? I don't like Lapis that much. I actually like Citrine more. But she's like, Lapis looks better as a profile image. I guess I'm gonna use her. Maybe asking to redraw my cover art is too much. Can you redraw one cover art for my podcast logo? What? Your art is too yummy, thank you. Maybe asking to redraw my cover art is too much. Yeah, because it's not my own art. I've never drawn a cover for you, so it would make sense to redraw it, right? Because we want to see my improvement over the years. I don't think when drawing. I thought that would have. That's what you... Yeah, maybe I'll just have to empty my head too. And then I'll get better. Or I'll just... You know what, I think I want to do some more like outdoors painting, but I don't really have a portable tablet and stuff, so I can't really do it. And I don't want to carry around like water and gouache with me. So maybe I'll buy myself something like an iPad or something. And then I can draw like outside too. And do some more studies. Return to paper. No iPad, yeah, I don't have an iPad. It's a bit expensive. I don't know if I want to spend $1,000 on an iPad, you know? And it's pretty small too. And I've been thinking about getting myself like a bigger drawing tablet. So I have to think. Phone in hand is all you need for art. What do you mean live stream? Outside? I would need a longer power cable than the cables that power the Ava in Evangelion. I don't have a portable tablet at all. I'm bound to my desk, okay? The only outside that I can see is the outside of my window, which is so blindingly bright that I always have to sit in front of closed curtains. Yeah, so I'll have to think about it. About either a bigger graphic tablet, like 22 inches maybe, or I'll buy an iPad so I can touch more grass. Yeah, I'll think about it. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I'll hop off. I'll go play Fire Emblem, and you should go to sleep. Especially Domingo. I always forget that you have like 5 hours difference. Go home now, please. Oh my god. Draw a Genshin environment. I thought about that too. Actually, I think I'll start off drawing Fire Emblem Engage environment because I took some screenshots. So I'll start off with that. So yeah, bye bye. Bye bye everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Good night. Bye bye. Oh, hold on. Let me turn off the music. Dim 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 dim. Good night. Good night. Bye bye. Mwah.